Give me fuel, give me fire, give me double shot and
NASCAR brings the thunder to Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the running of the Brickyard 400. Today, 43 drivers await the most famous words in racing at the most famous place in racing. With racing taking place at this track since 1909, there is a lot of history and prestige here that has made winning this race one of NASCAR's greatest prizes very quickly. This is a huge race that teams plan for all year long, but only one driver and team will come out on top. Many traditions have started here at Indy, including the command to start engines. Let's go trackside now and get those 4 famous words at Indy.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
And here's the starting lineup.
Starting out front are the Mark Martin Ford and the DuPont Chevrolet. Starting in row 2 will be the Dodge dealers UAW Dodge and the Caterpillar Dodge. In row 3 are the Singular Wireless Chevrolet and the 26 car. In row 4 are the Altel Ford and the Target Dodge. Rounding out the top 10 starting spots are the 142 car and the Interstate Batteries Pontiac. The 6th row has the 143 car and the Ganassi Racing Dodge. Dale Earnhardt Jr., the NASCAR Winston Cup points leader, will start towards the front. In the 8th row are the 15 car and the Kellogg Chevrolet. In the 9th row, we have the 4 car and the 63 car. In the 10th row are the Pennzoil Chevrolet and the UPS Ford. Starting the race from row 11 are the GM Goodwrench Service Plus Chevrolet and the CarQuest car. The 12th row has the Valvoline Pontiac and the Haviland Ford. Starting the race from row 13 will be the DeWalt Power Tools Ford and the 46 car. In row 14, we have the 32 car and the Citgo Ford. Starting from row 15 will be the 175 car and the Dodge dealers UAW Dodge. In the 16th row are the Motorcraft Ford and the Team Rusty Ford. In the 17th row are the Home Depot Pontiac and the Rubbermaid Ford. In the 18th row are the Sprint Dodge and the 25 car. Starting the race from row 19 are the 27 car and the 98 car. The 20th row has the 16 car and the Square D Chevrolet. Starting the race from row 21 will be the M&M's Pontiac and the America Online Chevrolet. And finally, starting from the rear of the field will be the Sirius Satellite Radio Dodge.
And there is the starting lineup for today's running of the Brickyard 400 here at Indianapolis. Mark Martin and Jeff Gordon, multiple-time winner, will lead them down to the line 2 by 2 as we're getting set to go racing. Green flags in the air.
Frick you, Harvick.
First lap is complete, lost a few spots on the start. Both us and Kevin Harvick are kind of falling back through the field. Here comes Harvick on the outside. They're 2 by 2 up ahead of us. Ooh, a shot at the track just a little bit. Ooh, contact with Jerry Nadeau. Here comes Johnny Benson. Johnny Benson already with damage on the car. You should wonder what happened on the start with Johnny Benson. He's going to look to our inside. We're going to give him the room up top. Whoa, trouble up ahead. Shane Hall got into the wall a little bit there. Looks like perhaps Steve Park and Shane Hall had a little bit of trouble. It actually helped us gain quite a few spots back. We had to get down on the grass to avoid that. Steve Park looking on the outside. And Dale Jarrett. Dale Jarrett is back here. This is not going to be good for him in the points. However, I would assume that Dale Jarrett has a fast car. As it looks like he kind of does, but we're kind of hitting our, oh boy, a little loose going into going into 4 that time. We make it. Jarrett's going to look to our inside. Don't know if maybe he doesn't have his usual fast car. So a little bit problems for second place in points, Dale Jarrett. We had to get on the brakes hard there. Maybe to the inside of, not sure who this is, one of the rookies. Ooh, contact. Jarrett's going to follow us around him. Okay, so we're only 1 place back from where we qualified, so not bad. So Dale Jarrett's looking high now. I think Dale Jarrett is about ready to pass. Oh boy, whoa, whoa, whoa! Dale Jarrett almost lost to getting into 4 that time. I think he might have gotten on the... might have hit the grass in the wrong way. Go up high. Jarrett's going to go to the inside. Oh boy, little contact with the wall. We're okay. Tony Stewart's going to go around. Here comes Matt Kenseth. Yeah, it looks like Jarrett definitely was faster than us, but I guess we were running a really good line there. Oh boy, Matt Kenseth dive bombed it down there into turn 3. He's going to get the 25th position. We're going to fall back to 26th. Well, we got on that grass a little bit there. That didn't help us get through the turn. A couple cars already coming down pit road.
Try working another line. We need to get back on pace. The 17 car.
Boy, we returned the favor of dive bombing on Matt Kenseth. Can't quite clear him. We can't quite clear him. He's just a little bit faster than we are. So holding tight up in the top 25, top 30. This is a kind of expected where I expected to run here. If we get up right behind Matt Kenseth, we're going to try to use him and try to help each other get up to this pack, get past everyone. Got on the grass a little bit there. That just makes us shoot up the track. And we have to chase the car up the hill. Halfway on gas. As like I said, this is about where we expected to be running. Well, what I expected to be running anyway. Indianapolis is one of those hit or miss tracks. And once you've pretty much gotten into a position here, I would assume that, if you're on one of the easier settings, then you'll pass cars fairly quickly. But once the field has gotten strung out, This is pretty much where you're running is pretty much where you're running. Sometimes you can catch up to guys pretty quick and get a couple of passes, but in a run, at least in my experience, you'll be lucky as we're going 3 wide.
Get back on your marks now.
We work our way to the inside of Robbie Gordon and Ron Hornaday. Oh, but they're going to try to crossover move. He works our way to the inside, a little contact there. He holds the position. And looks like we're going to clear. Yeah, we clear both of them. So we've got pretty good straightaway speed. But as usual, it's the corners that kind of hurt us a little bit. But we have to wait for our R&D to come through for us to be able to corner just a little bit better and maintain some speed in the corners. But, however, this is kind of what I expected. It's kind of like, oh, we got a smoker up ahead. Ooh, that's going to stack up the field. That was Jimmy Spencer. Jimmy Spencer with the blown motor on lap 8.
We lost some time on that lap. Let's get it back.
That helped us get up to 17th. So, as I was saying, finishing my thought, there's a lot of, unless there's things like that happen where you can pass multiple cars at once due to an incident, you're pretty much going to be running where you're running. You know, Indianapolis is one of those tracks that's just, once the field gets spread out, it's really hard to get runs on people and to pass them. So yeah, you're pretty much kind of stuck where you are. You'll probably gain like a few positions, but not a whole lot. At least in my experience, anyway. So here comes, looks like Scott Wimmer coming down pit road.
Get back on it. We're losing time. Bring it in
194 miles per hour going down into turn 1.
Don't bang
Oh
it up
boy.
too bad.
Got into the wall a little bit there, but it's okay. Here comes Matt Kenseth. Matt Kenseth looking for the 11th spot back. Kenseth is looking low. We come down to cover, broke his momentum a little bit. But we're really, really fast on the straightaways. We get down just to under. We go into the turn 190 something miles per hour, and to get down to just around 150 miles per hour through the turn. Oh boy. Kenseth got to the wall just a little bit. Caused him to have some contact with us.
Okay, you got some driving to do. The leader has about 10 seconds on us.
I don't know how long we'll be able to hold off Kenseth as our tires are beginning to wear. It looks like Casey Kane coming out of pit road. We went up high a little bit. We tried to block. We now take it over the 9th spot.
You're running on fumes, buddy.
Leader's not too far ahead of us, surprisingly. He's now coming out of turn.
The leaders are headed down pit
He's
road.
coming out of turn 4. We're just coming out of turn 3, so he's not too far ahead of us. Leader's pitting. Leader has come down pit road. So is Matt Kenseth. Matt Kenseth is coming down pit road.
5 to go.
5 laps to go. As we go down through turns 1. So I believe the strategy I want to implement here is we overdrive that turn just a little bit. Fuel tank almost empty. That's okay. I believe we can make it. But I'm going to try to implement a little bit of strategy here and just go ahead and just take 2 tires. That 2 tires should last us to the end of the race just fine. Going down to turn 1. Took that a little bit too slow that time, but that's okay. Down into turn 3.
Time for a new left rear tire.
Yeah, time for a new left rear, but we're going to take 2 right side tires coming down into pit road as we try to get it woed up just a little bit. And we make pit road. Yeah, damage doesn't do anything, so we're just going to go ahead and take what we got. And we do manage to lead a lap. Okay, that's 5 bonus points. Jeff Gordon goes by. He's the leader, followed by Mark Martin. And there's Heartbreak coming down pit road. As we just saw, we just passed Jimmy Spencer. So we got a little damage to the car, but not enough to warrant any real damage. An 11-second pit stop. Let's see where we're going to shake out. 28th, 29th, 30th. Wow. Wow. 2-tire pit stop, ladies and gentlemen. A 2-tire pit stop. And we've lost well over 10 positions, probably lost 15. Because I believe we were running at least 16. Like I said, that was due to incidents. Granted, that was due to incidents happening on the track that we got all of that track position. But we should have at least been able to maintain it some. We didn't get down pit road that badly. Ward Burns looked to our inside. We had to come down to block a little bit, but I don't... He's going to dive bomb us, yeah. He's going to dive bomb us. See, if I had tried to block him, he would have just wrecked me. So now we've fallen back to 31st. And I had to be smart there. I had to be smart there. I could have forced that issue, but I feel like if I would have tried to, with the dive bomb that he was going for, he would have just wrecked me. And I don't want that. I want to try to maintain this car as much as I can. And this looks like Ron Hornaday behind us. A little loose getting into 4 that time. We're okay. Here comes Ron Hornaday. We got to come up to cover because he's going to get around us if we don't.
Great lap, great lap.
Yeah, we haven't lost much speed. Oh, we overdrove just a little bit. That's going to allow Hornaday to get around us. Yeah, we haven't lost much speed. So this makes me wonder what happened. What happened that we lost so many positions down pit road? White flag is out for Jeff Gordon. Yeah, I'm real curious here because taking 2 stars, I would have expected to at least have maintained our position with a 2-tire pit stop. Here comes Robbie Gordon. Had to put a block on him. But I would have expected at least to maintain our position coming with the 2-tire pit stop. But as it stands, we lost a lot, like a lot of positions. And it's not like last time when... Yeah, it's not like last time we just lost 33rd, or lost 32nd. But it's not like last time where we're slower. So at least we're not slower. I'm going to try to make a move to the outside. Can't quite get there. Can't do it. So Jeff Gordon has just won this race. We made some contact with the rookie down there. Here comes Kyle Petty to our outside. He's going to take a look. He just can't quite get there as we get a big runoff, and we're going to come home 33rd, unfortunately. Huh. That's interesting. That's really interesting.
Not a single caution lap was run in the whole race.
Yeah, and that can be physically exhausting to these drivers. Not only do the cautions give them a chance to catch up on the racetrack, it also gives both their minds and their bodies a little break. They have all got to be drained after that one.
The 83 car doesn't look any different than when he started this race.
You know, these NASCAR Winston Cup race teams absolutely love drivers who take care of their cars. Makes their jobs a whole lot easier when they aren't having to spend extra hours in the body shop each week.
This has been NASCAR Winston Cup Racing, brought to you by EA Sports and MRN. We'll see you next week at Watkins Glen.
Okay guys, and here are the race results for the Brickyard 400 here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We have Jeff Gordon, who once again wins himself another Brickyard 400. He comes in first, Mark Martin comes in second, Kevin Harvick in third, Dale Jarrett in fourth, Ricky Rudd in fifth, sixth is Sterling Marlin, seventh is Jeff Burton, eighth is Ryan Newman, Bobby Labonte is ninth, and rounding out the top 10 is Rusty Wallace. And here are the rest of the field. You can pick out your favorite driver. Winner's purse of $428,000. No cautions. 4 lead changes. Time of race 14:30 or thereabouts. Average speed of 166 miles per hour thereabouts. And margin of victory 0.43 seconds. So not bad. Obviously we finished 33rd. And looks like, for the most part, everybody but Jimmy Spencer finished on the lead lap. He was the smoker that came down pit road earlier on in the race. But, yeah, everyone finished the race for the most part, so not bad. Okay guys, so here are the point standings. As you can see, somehow we managed to actually move up another position, but that was mainly because Jimmy Spencer failed to finish the Brickyard 400. So we managed to overtake him in points and move farther up into the top 20, but we're only 3 points ahead of Jimmy Spencer, so it's going to be a pretty interesting battle with him, especially after Watkins Glen. Let's go ahead and give you your top 4. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is still the points leader. He is 67 points ahead of Dale Jarrett, who was kind of pulling up the rear for a while there. Mark Martin is in third, 158 points back. In fourth place is Jeff Gordon, 169 points back with his win at the Brickyard today. Let's go ahead and view the awards for the week. Mark Martin wins the pole award, of course. Jeff Gordon he led the most laps of the race. Rusty Wallace is all charged up. He moved up the most positions. Dale Jarrett with the fastest pace of the race somehow. And Alexander Smith was the rookie of the race, and Jeff Purvis made the most exciting pass of the race. So, yeah, I don't know what I have to do. This is one of those situations where I don't know what I have to do. Like, I came down pit road and I took 2 tires, and I'm unsure, guys. I'm really unsure, because I felt like, yeah, we were running up there in the top 15 for a while, because, I mean, yes, there was a lot of mistakes. We were a top 25 car at best. We were not a winning car, but I thought we could implement some strategy and get us some track position, you know, by taking 2 tires towards the end of the race, and like the left sides would have held up just fine. But that's not the case. That is not what happened. So yeah, it's kind of odd. I'm not sure what I can do about that. Because it's going to make things more difficult next season, because our equipment is far better. We're far better than we were, you know, at the beginning and last season. We're far better than we were. It's just some reason I can't explain it. And I would like to chalk it up to artificial difficulty, but I'm just not sure. It could be one of those things like maybe the AI took fuel only just to make it towards the end. So I'm just unsure. So maybe for the next season, I'll go ahead and just do that. I'll just go ahead and take fuel only and just be out and away. The only problem is, you know, tire wear. So, but we should have better equipment by then. We should be able to go the full 16 laps on a set of tires. Maybe we could have. I don't know. I should have checked tire wear more often during the race, but I was more concerned about getting track position and stuff. So, if you guys have any ideas, you know I'm always welcome to them. Put them down in the comments below. And yeah, our next race is going to be at Watkins Glen. Not one of my favorite tracks. I like in real life or in racing wise. It's not one of my favorite tracks. But we'll just have to see how we do there. Hopefully can finish decent there, at the very least implement some strategy. So yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I do these races every weekend, every Sunday if you enjoy them, following the NASCAR season. And yeah, I'll see you guys at the Glen.